Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I'm going to ask you all a question to start off this video. How many of you feel we're racing to the bottom of the current financial system so that they can usher in the new financial system? Because you look around and everything that you're not supposed to do when the country's in trouble, they want to do the opposite. Democrats push to eliminate the debt ceiling, allow unlimited government borrowing. Dozens of House Democrats have proposed legislation that would eliminate the debt ceiling, which will allow the government to borrow without any limit set by Congress. I feel if they're going to go ahead and do this, all of a sudden the US dollar is going to start to fall in value. What will come next is crypto and the stock market will absolutely take off. They call it Zelle. Bank of America, JP Morgan, and other banks reportedly team up on a digital wallet. And I don't feel that the banks are any better off. I think what we've seen happen at Bank of America was a soft bail-in. And I think Wells Fargo and JP Morgan aren't far behind. I believe what we're seeing at the banks right now is them trying to stay relative on one hand, and on the other hand, they're also trying to stay afloat. Media, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Big Tech lay off workers, panic about 2008 style financial collapse. And again, it's hitting everywhere. Goldman Sachs laid off 3,200 people, comprising about 6.5% of its labor. BlackRock, which has been engaged in buying up Americans' houses, is laying off approximately 500 people, who have likely been doing a whole lot better than most unemployed Americans recently, but now might have to bootstrap for a while. The globalist tech sector is getting hit hard. Google's parent company, Alphabet, is slashing about 12,000 workers, comprising approximately 6% of its worldwide workers. And it doesn't look good anywhere you look. I feel we're still headed into a recession. I believe things are going to get far worse when this current financial system really starts to collapse out. But then after that, the new system gets rolled out, and that's when they're going to bring about CBDCs. So the SEC Gov's assault on our capital markets threaten to upend the American economy. Hester Peirce and Phil Gramm make abundantly clear that Gary Gensler's radical agenda not only grossly oversteps his authority, but endangers our economic recovery. I think the other problem here is this. He's holding back innovation in this country right now. And I believe everything that he's doing is like a shakedown, taking money from this company, this crypto company, this exchange. So consider the Commission's climate change proposal. Now, this is the SEC, which seeks to force climate risk to the center of every public company's boardroom and management discussions. It would push companies to populate their boards and management risk with climate experts and focus their strategic business and financial plans away from increasing market share and profitability to plans to transition to a lower carbon economy. Now, if the SEC is enforcing that, think about all the companies that are going to disappear. The good thing is XRP and Ripple is a green company. Like I said before, if your crypto isn't green in any way, they are going to get rid of it in the future. I have zero doubt about this. Deep and confident XRP will remain a leading crypto 5 years from now, despite SEC case. And again, XRP isn't going anywhere. Even if Ripple was to lose against the SEC, the company's still gonna move forward. The difference is you want to keep Ripple here in the US, utilize that innovation so the US can compete with the rest of the world. So attorney Johnny Deaton has tapped XRP to remain relevant in the crypto space 5 years from now, regardless of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission case against Ripple. The lawyer made this claim in a tweet on Saturday, tapping Bitcoin and Ethereum alongside XRP as cryptocurrencies with staying power. It is not the first time that Deaton has expressed confidence in XRP's long-term value proposition. And again, he says, other than the SEC lawsuit, XRP, which has changed since Signum recommended Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, I still believe all three will be standing 5 years from now. The question is, what other tokens will be? Brad Garlinghouse said 99% are likely going to zero. withstanding in 2028. I believe all the meme coins will be gone. I still believe Bitcoin will be irrelevant at some point because they're not going to have competition for a CBDC. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Occupy the SEC 2023 is here, and this is what's happening. So, retail investors are occupying the SEC headquarters in Washington, D.C. on January 27th and the 28th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So the 28th marks the 2-year anniversary of the meme stock frenzy of 2021, when Robinhood and other brokerage firms prevented investors from buying more shares of GameStop, AMC, and other heavily shorted stock in order to prevent firms from collapsing. So if you want to get involved, you could go and stand in front of the SEC headquarters in Washington with the rest of the retail investors on January 27th and the 28th. Crypto is here to stay. I will keep advocating for policies that advance crypto innovation and adoption in the United States because crypto is more than a financial investment. It's about restoring liberty and choice to individuals. Now, Tom Emmer seems like he absolutely loves the innovation behind crypto. It's not that he even understands crypto. He understands this is what can keep the U.S. competing with the rest of the world, the same way we think about crypto. Like I said many times, we're not investing in a cryptocurrency. We're investing in technology of the future. And he's always calling out Gary Gensler. He wants to know what he was doing when FTX was meeting with them. He wants to know what happened behind closed doors. The good thing is, I feel Tom Emmer is great for crypto. Maybe he should be part of the regulation talk. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse is confident that the XRP lawsuit will end in less than 6 months. And I feel when that case ends, that's going to be one of the biggest days in all of crypto. I believe XRP and the rest of these ISO coins are definitely going to skyrocket in value very fast. I still believe it's going to hit over $10. I don't know if it's going to go over 20 or not, but I believe it's definitely going to surpass 10. And that's based on everything around XRP and how it's so held back right now, pushed down, undervalued. Ripple, no fraud charges, but SEC wants to continue. Fraud charges, Bloomberg's just settled for a payment of $5 million. You see what I mean? Shakedown. Bloomberg paid the $5 million and it's done and over with. And I think that's what they were looking at when they first went after Ripple. But Brad said, no, we're not going to fall for your shakedown tactics. We will see you in court. World Bank, Ripple and Stellar bridge assets. Now, yesterday in a video, I mentioned that XRP is not going to be a world reserve currency. It's just not. It's going to always remain a bridge asset. It's going to bridge in between two CBDCs like a trust layer. And it's going to add a lot of value to XRP. Plus the on-demand liquidity. That's what I feel I'm really investing in. Because I believe all the value is going to come from that. Ripple CTO Joel Katz accused Flair of leveraging the XRP community for growth before weakening its commitment when it no longer felt it needed its members. The XRP community is the only reason Flair is on major exchanges like Binance from the very start. Now, I feel Flair is going to be huge. A lot of people say it's a scam. You know, it's the worst crypto out there. But I feel Flair is going to be massive in the future. And I don't care what other people say. I'm just going to continue holding my Flair. In a thread published on Twitter today, Hugo Fillon, CEO of Flair Network, shared his thoughts regarding the controversial FIP01 proposal put forward by Flair. The proposal aims to improve the token distribution model and reduce inflation while encouraging participation in the network. Fillon begins by acknowledging how this proposal may make some people feel betrayed by Flair. He then seeks to explain that their intention is not to ignore these feelings, but instead address the prior model's issues to facilitate a smoother redistribution of tokens from those who don't want long-term to those who do. Fillon also shares that its design is inspired by Bitcoin and intends to reward those who build infrastructure with more tokens than initially expected. The CEO of Flair then emphasized that XRP holders exclusively receive Flair for simply holding it, and Flair has been the only major VC-backed project building around the XRP ecosystem. Brad said that Flair is going to add utility to XRP and value. So it comes down to who you want to believe. I feel David Schwartz, I respect the guy 100%. Maybe he sees something Brad doesn't see. I don't know. I just feel Flair is going to be massive in the future. That's why I continue to hold it. Ripple XRP is better than Bitcoin, says Vitalik Buterin. That's because he stole the IP for Ethereum from Ripple when he was an intern. Now, if this is the way Vitalik is talking about XRP, all of a sudden his whole narrative shifted. Vitalik, the co-founder of the second largest cryptocurrency, Ethereum, tweeted about XRP, stating that it's better sound money than Bitcoin. But if any one of you were active on Twitter, social media, you might have come across Vitalik's opinion on XRP. If not, here's a short coverage on the same. If I think you want to use XRP, the chart for XRP to XRP would look the same, so it's also sound money. But they have institutional adoption and partnerships, so they're better. That's what Vitalik said. He also said that he hopes that people don't back the XRP community when it came to the SEC case either, because they no longer should have protection. He said some crazy things, but I think he deep down knows XRP is way better than Bitcoin. And look where Bitcoin went in the previous run with zero utility. Where do you think XRP's headed in the future with a ton of utility? I just always feel that there's no reason to invest in Bitcoin when there's an XRP in the world. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.